What is happening in Uganda today is not just politics. It is not just another election. It is not just a disagreement between political parties. What is happening in Uganda right now is a battle between truth and lies, a battle between the voice of the people and the power of dictatorship, a battle between democracy and tyranny. And at the center of this storm stands one man, Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as BOBI Wine. In the last few hours, BOBI Wine released a shocking new video that has shaken Uganda and shocked the world. The video shows Electoral Commission officials at a polling station in western Uganda, not counting votes, not verifying ballots, not doing their job. Instead, they are seen physically ticking ballot papers in favor of President Yoweri Museveni, one by one, ballot after ballot, all marked for Museveni. This is not an election. This is not democracy. This is organized crime happening in broad daylight. According to BOBI Wine, this is exactly what Museveni and his criminal system call an election. The video is clear, the evidence is undeniable, and the message from BOBI Wine is powerful. He said, "We campaigned, we voted, we tried to protect our vote, but the criminals arrested or abducted many of our agents and officials." These words are not just statements. They are a cry for justice. They are the voice of millions of Ugandans who feel robbed, cheated, and betrayed. BOBI Wine went further to say, the only recourse now is for the people of Uganda to reclaim their voice, and that is why he called this election a protest vote, a vote where the people turned out massively, a vote where citizens believed they could bring change, but a vote that was brutally stolen by those in power. Long before election day, the signs were already there. Opposition supporters were harassed. Journalists were intimidated. Rallies were blocked. Internet services were shut down. Security forces filled the streets. And yet, despite all this, the people still came out to vote. They stood in long lines. They waited for hours. They believed in the ballot box. But what they did not know was that the result had already been decided, not by the people, but by a corrupt system. BOBI Wine and his team deployed agents to polling stations across the country. Their job was simple: to monitor the vote and protect the will of the people. But many of those agents were arrested. Some were abducted. Others were chased away, leaving polling stations unprotected. And that is where the fraud happened. That is what this video now proves. Officials of the Electoral Commission, the very body meant to protect democracy, became the tools of election theft, ticking ballots, manufacturing results, destroying the true voice of Ugandans. This is why BOBI Wine has made a passionate appeal to the public. He asked Ugandans to keep sending in videos, to keep sharing evidence, to expose every single act of fraud that took place on the 15th, because the truth must come out, and the world must see it. For more than 3 decades, Yoweri Museveni has ruled Uganda. Many young Ugandans today have never known another president. They were born under Museveni. They grew up under Museveni. And now they are adults under the same man. But Uganda has changed. A new generation has risen. A generation that wants jobs, that wants freedom, that wants real democracy. And BOBI Wine became the symbol of that hope. That is why the regime fears him. Not because he has weapons, not because he has an army, but because he has the people. The events of this election have shown one clear thing. The system in Uganda is broken, completely broken. When an election commission is seen openly rigging ballots, there is no democracy. When opposition agents are abducted, there is no rule of law. When the military decides the outcome instead of voters, there is no freedom. The international community has been watching. Human rights organizations have been raising alarms. Foreign governments have expressed concerns. But inside Uganda, the reality remains painful. Citizens feel powerless, voiceless, ignored. And yet, despite everything, Bobi Wine continues to speak. He continues to fight. He continues to call on Ugandans not to give up. He reminds them that power belongs to the people, not to dictators, not to stolen institutions, but to ordinary men and women who believe in a better future. This election was supposed to be about the future of Uganda, about jobs, education, healthcare, security, opportunity. Instead, it became another chapter in the long story of dictatorship, another stolen moment in Uganda's history. But this time, something is different. This time, the evidence is everywhere. Mobile phones, videos, eyewitnesses, social media. The truth cannot be hidden like before. And that is why this moment is so important. Bobi Wine has made it clear. The struggle is not over. The voice of the people will not be silenced. The fight for a free Uganda continues. What happens next will define the future of the country. Will Ugandans accept another stolen election? Or will they rise peacefully and reclaim their nation? That question now hangs over Kampala, over every town, every village, every home. The world is watching. Africa is watching. History is watching. And the people of Uganda are standing at a crossroads. This video released by Bobi Wine is more than just footage. It is a symbol of resistance, a symbol of courage, a symbol that the truth, no matter how buried, will always find a way to the surface. Museveni may control the army, he may control the police, he may control the Electoral Commission, but he does not control the hearts of the people, and in the end, it is the people who write history. Bobi Wine ended his message with a simple request. Please keep those videos coming in, and all other evidence of the theft that took place on the 15th. Because the struggle for Uganda is not just his struggle, it is the struggle of every Ugandan who believes in justice, who believes in democracy, who believes in freedom. The story is not finished. The fight is not over. And the voice of Uganda will not be silenced.